Are you a business owner, manager, or executive who lacks a clear view of your marketing and sales results? Perhaps you're in a tough spot because your marketing agency isn't transparent about key performance indicators or overall sales and marketing performance. Imagine having a centralized view of your website, social media, and sales performance all in one place. That's the power of B2B sales and marketing dashboards. Now, I've had years of experience creating dashboards in Google Data Studio, which is now called Looker Studio, but it's been a while since I built one. Just a few weeks ago, I finalized the build of my sales and marketing dashboard for my business. The reason why I wanted to take on this endeavor is because I wanted easy access to my established business KPIs so that I can focus on activities that drive results. If I'm doing a project for my business, but it's not leading to more session, leads, or sales, this indicates to me that I need to change direction. This is also a great exercise because I wanted to create a dashboard template for my clients that goes beyond just tracking website performance. It wasn't easy. After weeks of frustration, yelling at my computer, and browsing knowledge bases and videos, I can say that I finally got the dashboard built. Now, this guide is a high-level overview to build your own dashboard. It won't provide a step-by-step tutorial on how to build a specific dashboard with predefined KPIs. Instead, it's meant to point you in the right direction to build your own custom dashboard. I'm a firm believer that there's a lot of value in building custom dashboards because every business is unique. While many Looker Studio templates can help you get inspired on how you can visualize your KPIs, based on my personal experience, there will always be some level of customization required. If you want access to the dashboard template that will be shown in this video, just click on the link in the description below. I will also be doing another video that shows step by step how this specific dashboard was created. Also, please subscribe to my channel to receive notification when this is published. Before we get into how to build your own dashboard, let's review why dashboards are important. Dashboards are crucial for multiple reasons. First, they provide a high-level overview of your business KPIs without needing to log in to each individual account or tool. I remember times when I would have to log into Google Analytics to build one report and then log into the CRM to build another. It was a pain. With a dashboard, all this data is centralized, so you don't have to log into multiple tools or software. Second, dashboards streamline reporting stakeholders. Another frustrating thing I had to deal with was the amount of hours I spent exporting, emailing, and formatting reports as separate Excel or PDF files to different stakeholders. With dashboards, you simply share a link with the people who need to see the relevant business information, and it's easily accessible to everyone. Yeah. Another cool feature is that some dashboards offer custom controls so that users can filter data on things like specific time periods. You can even group KPIs by function in separate pages. In my dashboard, I have website performance, sales, and marketing segmented into separate pages. Another reason dashboards are important is that they allow you to see key data side by side. I often found it valuable to see the number of website visits, leads generated, and sales in the same interface. By reviewing these KPIs in the same UI, I could analyze this data quicker and make informed decisions more efficiently. Furthermore, dashboards keep teams accountable and ensure transparency. For example, when our clients hire us for our services, we hold ourselves accountable to drive specific outcomes like increased traffic or leads generated. Having the KPIs in a dashboard that can be reviewed by us and our clients while projects are in progress ensures we are on the right track to positive business outcomes and accomplishing goals. Lastly, dashboards are important because they help teams adapt. For example, if my website visits are averaging only 200 sessions per month, but I'm seeing a 5% lead conversion rate, I would prioritize projects that would increase my website traffic. This is because 5% is considered a good conversion rate. My website is already optimized. If I'm able to drive more traffic and get website visits to 500 sessions per month, then I should expect to see more overall leads generated. On the other hand, if my website visits are high, but my conversion rate is less than 1%, I can instead prioritize projects that optimize my website, such as redesigning my landing page or evaluating my product offer. Not actively monitoring KPIs puts you and your business at risk of wasting time and resources on activities that are not driving results. Hopefully you're sold on the idea of dashboards by now. Let's go over how you would actually go about building one. How to create a dashboard. The first step to building a dashboard is to figure out what you want to measure and why. This should align with your business's short-term and long-term goals. For example, when I started my agency, one of the things I struggled with the most was driving traffic to my website. One goal I set for myself was to increase my website traffic with SEO. I consider this a medium-term goal, aiming to get at least 500 sessions per month within 6 months to a year. For this specific goal and KPI, I decided a line chart with a year-to-date timeline that shows total website visits each month would be the best visualization. Also, during this stage, I started thinking about how specific KPIs can be visualized. Data can be displayed as line graphs, pie charts, scorecards, and more. The possibilities are endless. For my dashboard, I created a literal sales funnel that showed website data and data from my CRM. At the top of the funnel, I have website visits, leads generated, presentation scheduled, and then finally, contracts signed. I did this in Looker Studio. I had to create these as separate scorecards and then space them apart to get the funnel visualization I desired. Bonus tip, before you start coming up with KPIs, you should have a solid understanding of your business and sales process. I recommend doing some stakeholder interviews and maybe even a customer journey map. Having this knowledge when I created my sales funnel visualization made it a lot easier because I learned how data is entered and updated. This made it easier for me when I connected my CRM to Looker Studio. The next step in creating a custom B2B business dashboard is determine what tool you're going to use and test what can be integrated. You don't want to spend time, effort, and resources building a dashboard that can't be built. When I started this step, I went straight into Looker Studio and started playing around with the integrations. I knew for a fact that I wanted to connect Google Analytics, my CRM, and my other marketing tools. Dedicating time to get familiar with Looker Studio to make sure it provided all the integrations I needed was essential. The next step is to wireframe the dashboard. The tool I used to create a wireframe was called Mockups. I really liked this tool. It had pre-created data visualization components that made it extremely easy to get a rough idea of what I wanted. This could also be a rough sketch. You don't have to use a dedicated tool. The whole point of this exercise is to get a general idea for feedback and review. Bonus tip, if you are working with stakeholders, I highly recommend doing a Crazy Eights exercise. It's essentially a design workshop activity where you fold a piece of paper into 8 sections and sketch out rough ideas with the group. This is very beneficial in UX design and projects related to data visualization as well. If you are enjoying this video and are interested in receiving more content related to marketing, design, sales, and customer experience, Please like and subscribe to my channel. Step 4. Create a high-fidelity design in Figma. Figma is a tool used to create high-fidelity visual design for website, apps, dashboards without code. Consider using Figma if you're going to develop a custom dashboard with code, need stakeholder approval and feedback, or if you're designing this dashboard with many users in mind. Using Figma ensures everyone is on the same page on what the dashboard will look like once it's developed. Doing the design up front avoids potential rework during development and streamlines developer handoff. When I recently built my dashboard for my business, I opted not to do this. One of the reasons why I skipped this step, I was using Looker Studio. This tool is a no-code tool which makes it easy to style and create data components without having development skills. Also, when I was building this dashboard, I was the sole person using it. I didn't need to get feedback on the design from stakeholders or anyone else. Doing a Figma design would have just slowed down the process. However, if I was working with others, I would maybe consider designing it first in Figma, even if I was using a tool like Looker Studio. One thing I'm considering doing is creating a Figma UI kit for Looker Studio. If this is something you are interested in, please leave a comment below. The final step is actually building the dashboard. There are many tools out there, but the one I recommend is Looker Studio. One of the reasons why I chose Looker Studio is many popular integrations already exist, and connecting to Google Analytics for YouTube and Google Search Console is easy. The best part is that the tool is free to use. One important thing to note is that you might have to use a paid third-party tool to connect data from a CRM, LinkedIn, and other channels. Two of the tools I've tested and used are Coupler.io and Funnels.io, with a stronger preference for Coupler.io. As mentioned earlier, Looker Studio is a no-code tool that allows you to drag data visualization components such as charts, tables, graphs, and scorecards onto a canvas. From there, you choose the data source for each component, style it, and place it accordingly in a drag and drop UI. Bonus tip: before building the dashboard, make sure you've completed any necessary setup in the tools that will be sending data to Looker Studio first. For example, I had to make sure my event tracking data was set up in Google Analytics 4. Events such as form submissions, PDF downloads, and newsletter signups need to be set up as key events in GA4. This made it easy to create KPIs and data visualizations for the website. Final thoughts on building B2B sales and marketing dashboard. This project took me a while to complete. Even though I've had prior experience with Looker Studio, I had to deal with a lot of headaches that I've never dealt with before because I was building completely new data visualizations. But I'm glad that I did it. I love building custom dashboards for my clients. If you would like a Looker Studio dashboard that's relevant to your business needs, whether it's for sales, marketing, or other KPIs, feel free to contact us. And lastly, if you want to use the sales and marketing dashboard template that I built for my agency, feel free to click on the link below to gain access to it. A companion video and guides will soon be published to go over step by step how this dashboard was built. So make sure you to subscribe. I hope you got a lot of value from this video. Please comment below and share your thoughts or experiences building dashboards.